streak.
Hell yeah, they broke our streak. We had the
Hold on, what you doing? You already hit the record button, fella.
I know, but we can edit this out.
This motherfucker.
You know. But yeah, we was out
But
there
you didn't
balling
hit the
and we
record button when you was getting cussed out, though.
No, he didn't.
We could edit that out.
Now we about to edit out
I just want to
5
see what
minutes.
this sound like with two of these on here. Oh,
You high?
yeah, because he
hey, man,
looks.
don't be
What the
high.
hell is he looking
Don't be,
at?
don't, so the
Hey, tell him
AirPod
over here.
2s.
Wait a
I
minute.
ain't even
They
looking in the
on me.
sky. What was he looking for?
So the AirPod 2s have
Noise
the
cancellation.
spatial audio
Right,
on the
and
pros.
ambiance. The
So
ambiance.
I could hear the fans and everything in my bathroom, my whole
Yeah.
house. The moment this bug went in my ear,
Everything went out.
like I'm snapping I can't hear the snap.
I can't even get those no more. I paid too much money and ran them over.
Best
He
Buy
wasn't high when
protection plan.
he wasn't high when he did it though.
Take the
No, it
motherfuckers.
wasn't. That motherfucker fell out my pocket.
Yeah,
That
that's
motherfucker.
wild, boy.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, that's
And,
I don't know
wild.
if I can go.
and
I don't know if I can go too. I can't be. I
hey,
can't.
then his ass.
I can't not hear the world at
Hold on.
all.
He dropped him, and then he found him, but he ran over him when he found him. That
I
shit was
remember that
wild.
day.
Yeah, that was hell. Oh
I
shit,
know.
we were
No,
recording.
sir. No, sir.
What?
No, sir. I know you ain't got your goddamn blankie with you.
Yeah, man. That's next week episode too.
Okay.
It-
Oh,
it's
carrying your
cold
blanket.
in here,
Oh,
man.
you talking about the thermostat war thermostat?
Yeah, it'd be cold in this house. Okay. Morning, everybody. Welcome to another great podcast show. I am Big Man Be Thinking, aka Big Man Be Thinking. Hold on, we gotta edit. Hold on, let's start it over. Let's start it over.
That's proof. That's proof you be doing too damn much. He can't remember his own lines.
Yeah.
He said, "Big man be
Man
thinking,
be thinking,
AKA."
AKA Big Man be
He had
thinking.
to,
Wait a
he
minute,
had to think about it though. That's the problem. He said, "Big man be thinking, AKA."
Big Man be thinking
Big
again.
man be thinking.
It's
Welcome
Big
back,
Man be
bro.
thinking,
I got
AKA
it.
processor.
I got it.
Boy.
You want to count you in?
Count me in.
Hold on, countdown.
Welcome back, everybody. It's another great episode with Triple R's Life Podcast. I am the host, Big Man Be Thinking, aka BMBT, aka them thoughts be processing. What's going on with my main man, Ant Dog? What's happening with you?
No, you know another day. You know what I
Another
do.
day, another dollar. Holla, holla, holla.
Oh, you just work. You know, you got a lot of AKAs. I think AKA is gonna sue you for AKA because you got
It
way
might.
too many.
I'm
But
like
you know,
Rocky
this is
on Rocky 5. Sue me for what?
this too. But yeah, no, but you know, it was great to be back. You know what I'm saying? Have another great week of discussion. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta put what you go through to a side and you gotta perform when it comes down to game time. And it's game time today.
All right. What's going on with you, KD? Goddamn, the old head gaming network. What's happening?
Chilling. Blessed to be here on another Sunday. Thought I was losing my mind for a second. I thought the Lord was talking to me. I heard gospel music real quick. I said,
Now show the world what's really talking
Jesus,
to you
is
now.
that
Show
you?
the world what's talking to you.
Oh, we already know. I can't keep showing I'm not finna show their brand. They're not paying me. But got some
Hey,
delicious
you never know. They
THC
might come to you and
juice.
say, "Hey, man, hey, we'll break you off something. You keep doing that." Never know.
It
I need
it
I
it
need
depends
money
on
up
how they
front.
perform though. Hey, you
Oh
perform
yeah.
terrible on the juice, now God dog, if you don't
I think I do
sit
just
there.
fine. To be perfectly honest, I think my issue
Yeah.
comes in after the show when it's time to walk away.
Okay.
Absolutely, I got you.
But during
If
the show, I'm
anybody
all right.
here, y'all hear anything in my background, it's my wife going to church. actually in the kitchen. So she's
Oh,
going to
so
church.
she had
So
church inside the house.
inside the house, that's how she's doing
You know what? Black people, we getting out of control with this. We don't want to go out for no groceries.
it.
We don't want to go out for no church.
They say
We
where
don't
two or
do
more gather,
but
so all they
you
need is
know
two. So
that's true. Throw
Well,
my hands up. I surrender. But still though, we
you'd
don't
be the
go
second
nowhere.
person to surrender to that this morning.
But go
oh
ahead. Let's
man.
let's get this show
Well,
started today.
let's get it started. We're gonna welcome back Triple R Livecast. Today we're gonna be talking about something that can happen to anybody. You can give a company 10 years, 20 years, maybe even 30 years, and one day you get that phone call and your service is no longer needed. Recent headlines involving Ron Clark has reunited the conversation. So today we're going to be talking about what happened to Ron Clark. What y'all thinking about that? Who want
You
to
know,
start that
right?
off?
Uh, you can start off if you want to, but if you're not, I'd go ahead.
I mean, part I can relate to is from what I'm hearing. These are not facts, folks. I want to let y'all know this is my opinion. They're not facts. This is a man that gave years to a company dedicated, as far as I know, showed up every day, put the best show he could put on, brought a lot of viewers to the table, and then he get a call, you no longer need it.
During the show,
During the show,
that's
not
key. They went to
afterward,
commercial break. He was there, and when they came back from commercial,
not afterward, doing work. I mean, I'm a manager myself, and that part didn't sit right with me because even if I have to let a driver go, I wouldn't do it during their work shift. It'll be
no,
either
you gonna make
before
them
they start
finish.
work or they go finish. I mean, just being
So
honest, but it wouldn't be during the work
That's
shift.
messed up.
hold on. Let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Why would you let them come into work? Why you just can't call them off at home? Like, you know what,
Okay,
Johnny, your service no longer needed. You don't need to come in. Yo, check in the mail. Just drop the shirts off at the door. Why would you
so
make me come
here's
all
the
the way?
difference. Here's the
Might
difference
be all the way because
because
if I
I
come
don't
in,
know
I
what
mean,
I don't know for all the speculations that they put in about what happened to Ryan Davis, reasons that
Ryan Clark.
put me in that or Ryan Clark
You
that
good?
put me in that situation is, let's say there's an employee out there on the route
Hmm.
and his NVR runs his NVR. I thought she was gonna go.
Y'all doing a podcast. Where
Scared.
y'all posting it at? Because I don't see it nowhere.
It's on YouTube. And
Hey,
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 world, this
sis.
is my wife. She just bar
It's
just
bars.
Come on, tell her
yeah,
get,
you
tell
just
her, tell
barged
her
in
get,
here.
tell her get on the
We
camera.
live
The shades on.
because this is what I do. Back, come on now, I gotta edit this out.
Bye, big man.
No, we ain't
Nah,
God
editing
we
this
dang.
out.
keeping
No,
this.
no,
This
no,
good content.
no. This is
We ain't
golden
editing
hour.
none of this.
But nah, real, and maybe an NVR or something came back, and
Okay.
hey, that driver no longer
Explain.
have license,
Explain what
and
an
he
MDR
can't be
is.
working. NVR is like a motor vehicle report,
Okay.
something they did,
Okay.
and they license or suspended or something. So if they out there on the road, I'm not gonna call him back. He's already out there.
Okay.
Then he come in, hey, this is what happened.
So
Termination. If he got terminated for something, yeah, you call them before they come in to work. But
okay.
some things is not controllable when they're actually at work. I feel that was controllable, and that's my
So
opinion.
so have
That
you
was
ever had it?
controllable how they did it.
So have you ever had a situation where you knew the night before that you was gonna let a driver go, but you was gonna wait till the
Yeah.
morning to, and you let him
So
come
yeah,
in?
no,
Okay.
no. If I let them come in, it was a reason I let them come in to explain
Okay.
what was the reason, and then let them
Okay.
go home. But I never let them just come in and just go to work, and then hey, by the way, you don't have a job no more. So if I knew
Ooh.
already, it's before you came in, and if it
Okay.
happened while you on the clock, always wait till you get off the clock and then tell you. So that's why I said I didn't agree with how they did it, but there's so many speculations why they did it. Oh, they didn't want the news people to let them know, but he this is what he does. He's on television. He he's that person. What we're trying to do is if he would have got that by the news, I'm pretty sure he would have known how to pivot and keep the show going. And then after everything going,
No pun
hey,
intended.
what happened?
Yeah.
No pun
No,
intended.
he has a podcast called The
Okay,
Pivot.
called Pivot.
Yeah, I
he
ain't
he
know
runs a
that.
Yeah,
podcast called The
it's called the
Pivot.
Pivot. That's why I say no pun
you were
intended.
like he
So
knows how to
Yeah,
pivot. I'm like, yeah, he does
yeah.
he
actually.
know how to pivot. One more question for you. Have you ever let somebody go and you was afraid that they was gonna come back and do some harm to you?
Not me, because I feel like I'm not that person where I'm not saying I'm the
That's a
greatest,
lie.
because there have been situations where you got some people don't respect authority,
I don't.
but
My bad.
at the same time, I'm not that type of person where I use my authority to belittle you.
Okay.
I
Okay.
don't belittle you because of my authority. So I don't think if I had to let you go, matter of fact, I feel bad for letting you go. And that's why I explained this is why we letting you go. And hopefully you can see whatever you did, your next step, you don't make that same mistake.
I get that. That's good. You know.
Yeah.
Katie, you want to go?
I mean, yeah. What about that?
Oh no,
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean
gonna
about the
talk
Ryan,
about
the Ryan
about the
Clark.
Oh,
Raw.
Yeah.
I was like, disrespect is not tolerated. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, I think they was very wrong for how they did it. Uh, I think there was some background to it. I know there was background to it because the specific news outlet that supposedly got the leaked information is a outlet who has continuously stepped out against Ryan Clark for some of the
Right.
things he was very willing to share his not just political views but his social views. He used his platform to speak out against injustices and things that he didn't see right in the world. Whether you agree with him or not, he used his platform to use his voice, and they had spoke out against him multiple times. So they were itching to speak out and say that he got fired and give ESPN a good pat on the back for getting that scoundrel on out of here. So they had no choice. They had to do it immediately. They had to do it immediately. I understand ESPN's portion in it once it's already happened. Like once the ball has started rolling downhill, it's like we got to stop it where we can because we can't. What you can't do is afford to come back from commercial break and Ryan Clark checked his text messages during commercial break, and it went from "this is your show and we're going to talk about it" to "I got one last shot on your air to say what I want to say before I can't come back on here no more." So I can understand the fear. They had to do what they had to do. I don't like it, but as a business, if I was the business, yeah, you can't come on my air once you don't work for me no more. Who
Uh,
knows what you might say?
no, my thoughts about it is I think it was very, very wrong. I know my two counterparts, they said they understood. I didn't understand because for a person to love their position and love their job and dedicate themselves, it becomes one of those things where am I doing something detrimental to the job or you just don't like me, period? You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing my job, see, my thing is I'm winning Emmys. I'm promoting the show. I got the viewership up on so many different shows that people actually just tune in to watch me. So my on air personality did not affect my job, but my political views and something I believe goes goes against higher ups and their belief should have conflicts. Because according
So you
to
think it's about his political views why
it,
they
it,
let him
it
go?
most definitely because he stood up for his culture. He stood up for what he believed in. And when it came down to certain situation, it's like me coming to your job and you've been running your job for a period of time, right? And I never did your job at all. Just say I never did your job, right? And me and you having a conversation about your job, and I make a statement, and you say, "Well, I want to correct you. That ain't how it worked. You never did my job. But you're speaking on my job as if you did it." And I'm like, "Well, that's my opinion." But I'm not going to tell you. Well, I'm going to tell you like kind of like a background. See, he had a situation where it was on air where one of the pundits, one of the other personnel, on air personnel, had a disagreement, and he was like, "Where I play football, and you're talking from a non-player perspective." And that was one incident that happened. Another instance where he was talking about it was an LSU player who got into a car accident, and they blamed the LSU player, and then the boy eventually took his life because of the accident. But to find out he was not at fault for the accident,
And police lied in the
and and and
investigation.
and, and they made him the scapegoat. Ryan Clark went on air, said some things, and the upper heads did not like that, where they made him apologize for it, and he couldn't actually come back to work until he apologized. So my belief, or the way I feel sometimes, and the way they believe, collided. But my on-air personality, the thing that you pay me to do, I do it great. And that's where it's like it's a conflict of interest to me. Because what I believe should not have an effect if I'm doing my job correctly. And he didn't get
Well,
laid off. And they try to tie it in with a layoff. Cam Newton got laid off. A lot of other people got laid off. He got fired. Because he even said, do you want me to finish the show? He was gonna be respectful, finish the show, finish his day. No, they're like, hey, you know what? That badge, that earpiece, come on with me. Your credentials have been rescinded. And that's just
'Cause they were
unfortunate
scared of
situation.
him. They were scared of
well,
what he was
And
gonna
see
say.
but he
that
never
goes back
showed.
to
Go ahead. He never showed
like
that
what
though.
you're saying. I mean, I kind of feel what you're saying because me myself has been in that situation where I've been on a job for years, and then somebody that came in new that didn't know nothing about the logistics of the job.
Hmm.
They come in, I tell them, "Hey, this is what's going on." Well, no, I don't like it. I want to do it this way. But by me having something to say, I don't think it'll work that way. That person quickly showed me I don't run nothing. It's my money. It's my platform. You do as I say. So even if you that type of person that know the field, when people come in that got a bankroll higher than you or feel it's theirs, they don't really like to hear from somebody from the bottom up because they don't see eye to eye with you. I felt that, and I've experienced that myself. So that could have been the case with him by him saying what he said, political, whatever you want to put it, hire people that pay his paycheck. Nah, you ain't gonna do that.
But that's a crazy thing about certain situations though. Like you looking at the upper echelons of the situation, and I don't want to get too far, what I'm saying, I
Right.
want to make sure that we get started. But when you come to something, and if I'm doing my job correctly and I'm not causing harm to anybody, I'm actually bringing more viewership in. I'm guaranteeing that the viewership that he brought, they're going to leave. It's like, once again, having a favorite player play on the team, that player eventually leaves that team. You sometimes don't watch that team no more because that player wasn't there.
Bye
This
bye,
is what
Lakers.
I'm not. You leave with the personality, and for him to be let go, to be fired. Let's make sure we're saying it correct. He got fired. For him to be fired in a situation where you do it one disrespectfully, you could not. You could have told me like the day before. But you did it sneaky by leaking it to another outlet that don't like me. So you give it to my enemy, and then tell me, well, we had to do it because it was leaked and we didn't want you to find out. Man, you leaked it so it could be found out, so you could just fire me
Now I
and
do
be.
believe that
And
because
then
there's
you
no
hold on.
way it
You
should have
then you
got out.
belittle. Then you belittle
Hmm.
me. You act like I'm stupid. You give me, and then you start showing my to still promote the business. You still have my takes going on throughout the show. That's the part that, like, I think companies, they use you, abuse you, and then if you don't kiss the ring, they get rid of you.
Absolutely.
But
So if you
I
give
want
a
to,
company,
Go ahead.
Yeah. If you give a company 10 or 20 years, does the company owe you loyalty? We want to start out with that.
Hey, you want to take this one first?
They should owe you some loyalty, but they're not going to, and they don't. Maybe if you work for a small mom and
Small
pops
mom and pops. I was thinking the
where you were
same
able
thing.
to
The
build a
bond.
relationship,
Yeah.
a human connection that has nothing to do with the business, where they can learn to love the actual human that they are engaging with
Mm.
over the course of 5, 10, 15, 20 years, then that's different. But you shouldn't, you should, mm, I cringe and throw up in my mouth a little bit when they be talking about anniversaries at certain jobs and they be like, and Bobby's been here for 17 years. I'll be thinking to myself, I'm a failure if I'm here 17 years from now.
Well,
That's yeah, but yeah.
with certain companies, like when I was with Freightliner, that was one of the that was a good paying job, but one of the scariest things I've ever witnessed because I was new coming in, and they had to make a cut. Freightliner had to make
Mm,
a cut.
Mm.
People that been there the longest, I'm talking about 20 and 30 years, they
mm-hmm.
got cut first,
Because they make more
and
money.
then and then the people that had came in from the beginning, they cut them last. They kept that middle stage because the middle know what they doing now, and they're not getting that money. The beginner, if you would have kept just the people in the beginning, hell, they hardly know the job. They ain't been there long
Right.
enough to know the experience. They can cost you money.
Right.
So yeah, I think we both looking at the same thing.
Yeah, you waving your
I was,
hand.
I was, I was trying to let you know I had something to say without
Oh,
cutting
okay.
anybody off. That's all. My fault. Trying to be respectful,
Hey.
respectful of that. Hey, I want to
Boy,
say
false
something
down
about what
the
we
line.
talking about
Right, 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 right.
before you move on. I want to say something, but I didn't want to
Okay,
cut
all right,
nobody
Right.
off.
yeah.
My
But
fault. Should.
I seen that in a job. I'm like, managers had big salaries. Next day, I see for sale signs on their cars and boats because they
Okay,
got
cars
cut
and
that quick.
boats.
Yep.
Remember that it got so big they was making skits out of it on the internet. Remember UPS drivers getting broke off that bread, and now they getting their asses cut. The ones at the
Mm.
top that was making all that money, that was delivering your package in the Georgia that came out yesterday. Now they, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm serious. They was making a lot of money,
That's right.
and just it is carbon copy of what you said. We're gonna cut y'all off the top. We're gonna move the middle into your spot and give them a slight raise, but not a raise to what you was making.
Mm-hmm.
And the folks under you, we gonna move them into their spot and hire new people in at a much lower price. And our overhead that was $20 million, we just cut it down to 14 because we got rid of all the people who've been here the longest. There's no
so,
loyalty. You want to talk about honor
So
amongst thieves? Mm,
it's basically business is just business.
so
absolutely.
from
Unless
my
you own it.
perspective, you know,
Yeah.
I say employees have more loyalty to companies due to responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got to come there for a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? You will want them to not see you as just your ID number. You will actually want them to see you as your name. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes that anniversary, it depends on what you do. Because, say if you did love your company and you had 17 years in, that's some type of discipline. That's one, to get up every day, to have something where you are reliable at somewhere that you feel that have, let's be real, feel some of what you do. Yeah,
Feel your
like
importance.
yeah. So
Like
think
you're
about, like, if you
very
want to go on
important to
trips. So think about, like, the things you do that they may consider. You know, I done had a job where I was there 10 years. That company was not loyal at all because that exact situation that you talking about, it happened at Lincoln Electric. I don't mind saying these company names. Lincoln Electric, Stinking Lincoln, as I call them. It's a and this not thinking this not Lincoln Electric that make this not they don't make cars. They make welders. This in the welding field. Lincoln Electric, horrible company. At one point in time, talking about workforce, they will just they had because they
Allegedly.
only they no they had it where they had a lawsuit against them because they wasn't hiring people of my shade. So in order to get certain grants, they'd go to the inner city, grab them up. Once they got the grants and things of that sort, now it's time a layoff come around, allegedly come around and, you know, cut those people out. You know what I'm saying? They didn't let you have lunch break. It was no loyalty there, but they had a dog bone. They used to give big bonus checks at the end of the year, right around Christmas, where you just sitting there, they got that dog bone above your head. Yeah, it's bonus time, it's bonus time. Not knowing that you gotta like kiss the boss ring, you gotta get a percentage, you gotta get a 100% merit rating for them to consider you to get your whole bonus check. And it's just a lot of politicians with that. A lot of you gotta kiss butt. And I'm never the type of man that like when my big man over here be thinking, I know that he's in a authority position to take somebody's job, but I never look at supervisor as authority. My one thing I say we all coworkers. Just as much as I can get let go, you can get let go. Only supervisor I say to people is God. You know what I'm saying? Because if we go outside them doors and we walk away from the company doors, I want you to tell me, supervise me something to do now. Please give me some instruction that you want to tell me what you want me to do now.
You don't
Supervise
give
me
me no
now.
right. Why would they? How
No,
would they try to supervise you when you
but, but,
beyond the
but
gates?
because that's the whole point. You supervising the work. You're not supervising the employee. See, most
Yeah.
people think they supervising me personally. No, you supervising the work I do. Some managers take that and flip it and think they about to supervise the person. No, you supervising the work. You're not supervising the person. I may be doing the work and I'm doing the work wrong. Okay, show me how can I do my work better, not supervise the man. See, sometimes they get, and sometimes you have like,
Give me an example of what you're saying, because I like where you're going with this, but I want to see how you
uh,
differentialize from both what you're saying.
because sometimes a supervisor could be disrespectful to the person, to the man.
Give me
Say
an
I came to
example.
you. Oh, okay, I came
Right.
to you with a problem. Okay, say that because you do routing, right? And I'm
Okay.
telling you, well, this route and this stops, I'm not gonna be in certain time windows.
Okay.
And if I do this and we make this and you sit over there and you just start belittling me like I don't know what I'm talking about. But I'm showing you the paperwork that corrects it, and then you belittle the person like I don't know what I'm showing you.
You gotta
Just so
give me
like
an
you
example of the belittling
uh,
though. What could be?
be
Because
little,
I'm feeling what you're
be
saying, but
hold
I
on,
gotta you gotta give
be
me
little,
something for me to understand what you're
be
saying.
be little on a person by not even listening to them, not taking what they're saying into consideration. You act like you don't even hear me.
So completely
You
not responding to you.
completely not responding or telling me just do it. Things like that,
Okay.
just do it.
Now that right
So
there, okay,
then,
that part right there, when you just said just do it. So that will be literally. If I can't give you a reason why I'm doing something,
right,
then now here's my here because I just went through this situation not too long ago. As someone in higher authority of you, if I give you
why you
that
hold
reason,
on,
Of
time out,
you.
hold on, hold on,
hold
hold
on,
on,
Of
listen.
you.
whoa, that's
Of the
Of
company.
crazy.
you.
Okay,
Hold
let's
on a
go back.
minute,
Of the
wait a minute, I had
company.
to
Of
sit
the
up.
company.
Of
I
you.
said,
Yeah,
I
let's
said,
go.
I said,
Okay. Of the company. I am high authority, and what you say, so you come to me with a problem. Then I say, this is why we
I'm
did
up
it
here
this way.
and you down here.
Right. But
yeah,
listen,
try
I
that.
say we did it this way because of this here.
Okay.
Once I give you that reason, is it your job to now question why we did something with another question?
Well, because I'm petty as hell. If I know what you
Yes.
gonna do is stupid, I'm gonna do that stupid thing and watch it fail and then stare upside your big head. Because I
So
told you
that
it wasn't gonna work. I'm petty.
exactly. So a lot,
But
but
it
see,
took it took years.
a
It took
lot of
years to
us
grow
won't do
that.
that.
It
You
took
won't
years
do
to
See,
grow
it,
that.
and that's what I say. If I'm wrong and I'm telling you to do something and something goes wrong, that falls back on me. It don't
Long
but
as it
fall
ain't
on
see,
nothing
you.
that's gonna hurt me. Because if your
Right.
wrongness is gonna cause me injury, if you tell my big hey man, I need you to climb up there and I'm reading the ladder say it's support 275 and I'm going.
Exactly. Okay.
Say, dog. Say,
That
dog.
ain't
ain't
gonna
gonna
It's
work.
happen.
not going down. You need to
And
find
it ain't gonna
somebody
work.
else to go get that. And you like, no, you need to get it because you need it. Blah 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 blah.
And
I'm
then,
not gonna
but
just go
see,
step on
but
that ladder and hurt myself.
BC, I question,
Wait,
I
wait.
will
Yeah,
question.
Time
Oh,
yeah,
out.
yeah. Y'all
my
heard her
bad, my
busting her
bad.
throat. She just
You
busted
all
her.
right?
You want to come? Go ahead and get dressed and come on in here.
You all right?
Your bowl.
Come on now,
I
you.
started the dishwasher.
Hey, y'all, this is we gonna
Domestic
cut this. We
Give
gonna
me
violence.
yeah,
a
domestic
Domestic
violence.
violence. Where my sister
Now
at?
look
Tell her I
here now. I
said,
can't keep moving because I got backgrounds and stuff. Come on now.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Okay,
See
you
this?
really gonna
Domestic
be
we
violence.
gonna do
you gonna
we
really
gonna
be
do
on
this.
I'm live.
This
Domestic
is
She
supervisor.
violence.
trying to
This
make
is
her
his
debut.
supervisor.
The
She is trying to
supervisor.
make her
This is
debut right now.
But you want to
Okay,
talk
you could
crazy
have
to me at
waited.
work.
yeah.
See,
Oh
you
no,
give
you
folks your
didn't.
job, they gonna be looking at him talking about. I need you to talk
See
to me
now,
like you talk on that.
right. See, that I gotta go to work, and she coming in here. They all saying something.
Domestic violence.
I'm a text her. I'm about to text her. I'm gonna text her and tell her good job. Good job.
We'll edit
I'm gonna
all that
text
out.
her.
We can
No,
come
we ain't
back.
Hey,
gotta no.
look,
We're
look,
not
look.
editing
All
out.
that
Take your glasses off and blink 2 times if you need help,
Oh no, he
or
gotta do that.
raise your hand.
He know that he gotta do a hand sign. He need a hand signal.
But back to what we were saying. If it's nothing that's gonna put you in harm's way, and that's that my question still go to Ant. If I or whoever was to tell you this is why we did something, do you do it or do you come back with
Mm,
another question?
You could
it
question it,
depends. It depends.
because the situation becomes if it causes me to be in a more of a struggle situation where eventually you're gonna call me in the middle of my route and ask me to derail from what I already explained to you that was gonna happen, or you don't be proactive in notifying the people to solve the issue while I'm en route. Because don't call me and say, well, can you do this? Because I'm like, we had the discussion. We didn't solve the issue, and now you want me to correct the issue in mere stride. No, no, because now I'm doing what you asked me, and now you want me to correct the situation. Because that's sometimes what supervisors do. Okay, oh, now I see it, but now you changing, and now you trying to make me solve it out there on the route. That's not going to happen because now you put me in more danger. You know why? Because situations happen where employees start to overthink. They try to move things around. They try to compromise themselves. They start doing things because one, you didn't listen to me, so now you frustrated me. And I'm trying to correct the problem that exists. And then you want me to do more on top of less. I don't get more money to correct the situation that you supposed to solve. Once again, manage the work, not the employee. Because the only thing you supervising, you're not supervising me, you're supervising the work I do. But some people take that as, like you said, well, if I tell you to do it this way, do it this way. That's like you just, no, do the job as it's instructed to, and whatever come about, we will handle it. But don't try to tell a human being, and I think that's where we get kind of like messed up at because you could just, because I told you to. I
No,
didn't come
no,
from
no,
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 because
no.
that hold on. In so many words, you don't have to exactly say that word, but you can imply that word. You know how you imply that word? If I told you to do it this way, and this is my explanation, just do it. Just do it.
But if I gave you the explanation,
But
then
if your
that's it.
explanation
All
don't,
it take, like you
what?
said, if it say Ken, what Kenny said, if it ain't putting you in danger of no kind of sort, then it should be done because when something go wrong, it came from me. You know how many times I've had
Mm,
drivers, I've had this happen plenty of times. I tell them to do something, they do it
mhm.
their way, and then call me with the situation. Why you do it this way? Well, I thought I can do this here. Well, no, I told you to do it this way. Therefore, if something go wrong, I'm the type of person, let that blame fall on me because I told you to do something. Don't go and deviate from the situation and do it your way. Because when something go wrong, guess who have to try to fix it? That's the supervisor. That's the person
And
who's over
yeah,
you.
you and that's good. That's cool. But how many people actually will take that? So let me ask a question. No, I want to stick to the thing because I want to get off topic too quick. But if if the situation I did and you told me to do and it fall back on you, are you willing to risk your job for that person?
If I told you, yeah, me being honest, me being me, if I told you to do something, I'm willing to take that blow because I told you to do that. I
Okay.
stand on what I said to
We're a
do
We,
so.
different
we,
breed,
Because
though.
hey, we be
yeah,
both with the
I
unemployment,
might be a
Milan.
different breed then.
we both
Right. I
we
might be,
be
but
we be
it's a
both.
thing because but see, here's the thing with the knowledge in the and I'm speaking for me personally. I'm not somebody new like we was just talking about. If I was new and came and told you something like that and didn't know nothing about it, you might have a worry about, man, if I do this dude ain't gonna take the blame and say he did
Okay,
that.
okay. Granted, think about what you brought up a point earlier. The person who had the bigger bag and telling you something to do that didn't make no sense, and then putting people in one overuse out of hours, but then telling them to do something like, well, they don't have to log into it. That's against company policy. But you being you, do you go and say, well, just don't log in? Because now
No,
you're
I've never done. I just. I mean, like I said, we're speaking just on me. I ain't never told nobody not to do that because if they get out there and go have an accident or something, that's gonna fall on. Now that's my job. That's my job. Kenny had his hand up earlier. I don't want him forgetting what he had to say. What you got going on,
Too
Ken?
late, too late, too late. We
Uh,
just
uh,
float
oh
on
boy,
by.
oh boy. Let's
We just
keep
move
going.
on to the next one. You see, I put the hand down. I was like, we good.
Okay, is it
We
smart
good.
to give one company your whole career anymore?
No. If you own it, maybe.
if I speaking for
Otherwise,
myself,
no.
it
Yeah,
depends.
everybody's speaking for
It,
themselves.
for me, it depends. If you love your job,
Mm,
if you love the thing that you go to work to do, and you feel comfortable that it provides for you and take care of you, and it did nothing wrong to harm you, then yes, you can stay with the company because they was loyal to me. I was loyal to them. They provided me with the vacation time I wanted, time off when I wanted. You know, they didn't give me too many hassles. I did the job correctly, and we had a hand in hand situation. Then yes, I could give my whole career to it because I didn't get up feeling like I was going to work every day.
they took
I felt
care of
like
you, though.
and they took care of me. So
That's a
I
very
could
What
give
big difference.
What
A
are
I
you
lot of
I
talking
jobs
about,
I
don't.
Kenny? What are your
If
answer
your
to that?
job don't, if your job don't take care of you, then
Right.
no,
So
no.
both of
Because
y'all
I
making a
love
statement,
I love what you can love what you
right?
do, and like I love what I do. Like the feeling I get from doing what I do is amazing. It brings me perspective. It helps me love my children, my wife. It makes me a better. Literally, some of the things I do in my job make me a better human outside of
mm,
my job. But there are elements of my job that don't have nothing to do with that remind you that it's a job,
mm,
and it does it. At least from what I do, you can't do this and see this humanity in what you do every day, and then see the line where it's a hard line in the sand. Ain't even the sand. This is chiseled in the concrete where you cross over into business from humanity, and then you see how they're treating their clientele because that's
yeah,
humanity. It
yeah,
it you say, well, if they don't got a chance, I sure don't got a chance because you can't make it without them. If they stop coming to you, then you don't have no business.
right.
But you treat them this way, so I don't stand a chance. I got to make sure that yes, I'm gonna do the very best that I can do, but I also have to be aware of my surroundings.
All right.
Well, now I'm gonna answer the question, then we can move on. Uh, I'm kind of crossroad between both of y'all answers because me myself personally have given about 18 years of my
Damn.
life. Yeah,
I
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Hit it
I
with the
mean,
Kevin Hart. Damn.
But with full loyalty, doing the best that I can do with my job. But there's been times where the company done switched owners, it tanked and started over, tanked, started over. And with the 18 years I put in, time don't wait for nobody. I've got older.
Mhm.
So the time you put in with a company, you can be. That's the biggest fear these
That's
days.
why.
You put that much time in with companies, and then you get to an age, man, these other places not looking for nobody at your age no more. And then
What
Yeah.
you
now
gonna do?
this company
Welcome
here,
to Walmart.
we don't we don't need you no more.
Right.
So you see how I'm torn in between what both of you saying. Like, yeah, you can love what you're doing, and hell, yeah, they could treat you, man. Yeah, this job right here, they know they support me, they give me vacation, but that day, just like right now, Ryan Clark, hey, let me holler at you.
I want to
You know
say this
what?
and not forget it
We don't need you no more.
before we move on. The one thing that the propaganda machine of this world, not just of this country, but of this world, but has done to us is convince us that there is a monetary value, that they get to set the value
Mm.
on literally the only commodity on this planet
Mm.
that we can't have no more of.
Stop.
Every
Mm.
time you go to job, you selling them your time. And there's only
Man.
so much time on the clock. There's only so many hours in a day, so many
Mm.
days in a week.
Mm.
And
Preach.
they dictate to us what our time is worth.
God, dog. I gotta. Nah,
Um,
hold on. Wait a minute.
I
Let me
just wanted to
rethink.
make sure to get that out there so we could think about that. So that everybody, I encourage everybody, not just anybody that's watching this or listening to this, know the value of your time.
Mm.
If you feel that your time is more valuable than what you're selling it to these people for, then use the other time that you have left, like this podcast, to figure out what you can do to get your time either sold to you at your value, at your rate,
Mm.
or something that's gonna do you better. My
So
fault,
you just
y'all.
led
Didn't
us
want to
right
miss that.
Man.
into nah. Honestly, you just led us right into question three. Should employees have a backup plan? And you just answered that question.
Yeah. So since he kind of
Something.
answered it.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's kind of crazy because the word, like you said, is time. You can't buy it. You can't rewind it. You can't hold it. It's always ever flowing. And these companies know that. That's why they put you on a time limit. Because what happens is, how are you able to some people to afford to do other things when your time is taking so much? For me, working 12 to 14 hours a day. So when you get the time to do something, all you kind of want to do is relax or do things that you reset your mind before you go back into the workforce. You know what I'm saying? Um, Having a backup plan these days are so hard because so many people have two and three jobs just to maintain because they're not getting paid the
Mm.
equity in what they're doing. So you're not even getting the money that you're putting in. Me and my brothers had these conversations all the time. My big man be thinking, my dude KD, we was on a call one day, and my man, big man, he had a burger from Burger King. It was the
That
size
will
of his
become Jesus.
it was the size of his tip of his fingers. And just think about how much he put in time in the value of things like a quarter bag of chips back in the day, nickel candy, things that was cheaper. No ingredients changed, just time changed, but the price of it have went up. So the money you make for things that cost less when we was younger to now that we're older costs more. and the pay gap doesn't change.
Mm.
And it's hard to have a backup plan because you just working this job to buy to afford this food and to afford this car note, to afford this house note, gas, electric, cell phone. Man, you just like you literally working two jobs just to pay to survive. So
So
having a
I think
backup plan,
one of y'all brothers sent one of y'all.
I
Ain't it
did
in
it.
our phones where Henry
Yeah,
Ford,
I
the
sent it
Henry
to you.
Ford
Yes.
situation,
Yes,
It was
they
on
yes,
explained
purpose.
yes,
it was the
Yeah.
yes,
purpose of how
yeah,
many hours they got you working, so they
yes. I
know
Work you
sent the
you
just
didn't really
enough
have
so
no
you
time.
I,
too
I
tired.
I
Just
sent you
enough.
that
You just too
40
tired.
40 40 hours a week. They say, well, you could just get enough, and we don't kill you, but not enough that you could be. Man, when I seen it, it's two videos I sent. The one about how they took the trees and the fruit away from you,
That was
and then
yesterday's. I seen
and
that
then
one.
they can sell it back to you. They took water away
Things
from
that
you
was
to
free.
bottle it. Things that was absolutely
Free.
cost no money.
You can walk outdoor and
Uh,
it's right there,
you
but you
You
pay
do
for it now.
realize that in some places in America, it is illegal to collect rainwater.
I was just about to say that. Yes, no, in America,
We
period, you
cannot
cannot.
collect rain,
No, it does
filter
not
it, and
belong
have
to you.
my own water. Like, no, you
You
can't do that.
cannot
But it
have it.
fell out the sky on my land. It's mine.
No, technically, you really don't. Even when you purchase a house, you own the structure of the house. You don't own the land. That's why you pay property tax. So if you don't pay property tax, they seize everything that's on the land. So you may own it, but you can't move it. So that when you can't pay the taxes on the land, come on, come on, forfeit that.
You
You
got
know.
to come. You got to come get into this. You have no choice but to get into this commercialized industry that we have, this machine that we have built. You have no choice but to come get inside of it and do what we tell you to do, at least a little bit to
uh,
survive.
a lot of it now. Think about
Oh
it,
no, no, I'm
man. You
saying the
can.
bare minimum you can kind of scale
Ugh.
back if you I it's a
Amish.
horrible term, but I call it fuck you money. If you got enough fuck you money,
Mm,
then you can operate in the system and tell them there are not gonna put them out. I know some people. I have known people in my life that I have worked with them. We are at the
mm,
same level in this company,
mm,
but I am sole income and they have navigated life and did things to position themselves. I ain't even gonna speak like I'm jealous. I'm congratulating to have fuck you money. So
mm.
we come to the same job for about the same paycheck. Certain shit would happen during those times, and that person would just be like, "No, I ain't gonna be here," and hang up the phone, gone. And I'd be like,
Mm. I
because
can't
I
do
know
it.
what we're in the same room. They calling different people in the room to make us do something we might not want to do. And I know who the next phone call is after you is me. Because there's only so many of us that know how to do what they are calling and asking to be done. I
Mm,
don't have, I might not have, at that point, and I had fuck you money.
mhm,
So when they asked me, I was like, yeah, I got you. I'm gonna go get that done. We good.
You
He
feel
just excused
obligated.
himself from the con. Ain't no feel. You gonna do
Oh yeah,
it.
you feel
The
obligated
survival
because you can't,
is
because I don't think it's about the fuck you money as you using it. Let's just say I could use this for Ant. You supposed to be off that day, and I know for him he love his off days.
mhm,
And that means my days are my days. So if somebody call out
mm-hmm.
and they call you in on
Uh-huh.
your off day,
Okay.
do you feel? And I think this is
Oh, now keep on
going
going
on
because
with the
now we're gonna
world.
get to
Yeah,
a point.
we gonna
I'm
get.
gonna drop. I'm
Hey,
gonna drop you the fuck you part. Keep
hey,
going. Come on. Come on.
hey,
Come on.
this is the world
Keep
right here.
going. No,
Do
no, no.
you
Keep
want
going.
to say no
Keep no,
because
keep
you
going.
just
No,
don't
no.
want to do
Keep
it?
going. Keep
I'm
going.
wrong.
And they
Or do you
called
want?
him.
You
They
feel like
asked
right?
him. They said,
Can you
"Hey,
come in?
somebody called out, and you need to come in now." Can I interject where fuck you money comes into play? Are you
Go
ready
ahead.
for this? Okay. You got $750,000 in the bank.
That's fuck you money.
You going to work?
No.
Okay.
But
I got
okay, no, because here's the
you might.
thing.
Let me tell you something. That's
The
enough money
money's
to
not.
be
I know
perfectly
him for a
honest.
fact. The
You might
money's not
not answer.
important to him. The
Oh,
money's not
it
that
is. It is.
important to him.
It is. No, no.
Mhm.
It
It's
is.
his
No, no.
time.
Fuck you.
It's
No.
his
Fuck you.
time.
Money. Fuck you. Money is. Are you willing to? You have enough money that you can die on this hill. If
It's it,
you don't like my answer to this question, you don't never have to see me again. Let me get these keys for you. There you go. You have a wonderful day. It was a pleasure.
I think
If
I
you
think
when you
it's
got
two
that,
it's
that
two sides
changes
to
how
that.
you interact.
Yeah.
I
Go
think
ahead.
it's two sides to that because in some incidents money do make you make that, but also when you have he was telling me about my time. I believe my time is so important because you never know when God say, "Hey, turn off the lights on him." Now,
Absolutely.
the money I got the money. I ain't got the time. So I value my time so much that it hurts because that's the one thing you can never get back. You can make more money back.
Absolutely.
So the FU comes to me because I value time so much more important. So, but what he was saying is that I have to sacrifice that time for the money in some instance. But if I ain't got all the points, just say I ain't got no points. I'm like, man, you know what? I'm calling off. And I just take the point because my time is more
Absolutely.
my time is
But you know what
that
also you
inception.
have behind that? To take that risk. That's what I'm saying is to take
Oh
that
yeah,
risk.
that risk.
You got
Because
to
they
have
could
a little bit of, they could take
yeah,
it the wrong way.
you're right.
All right, you know what? Cool, bet. Now, when you do get back to work, you need I know there's laws in place, but we all know the truth. Now your route done
Then
changed.
ooh.
It's still within your hours that you told us of availability, but now we're gonna space it the wrong way. And now you gotta come in on a completely flip shift. You know, your sleep schedule done flip. You got to do things different. They are within their rights, and they are upset because you didn't agree with some shit. He a team player. You ain't heard that bullshit, man. I have been told that shit. I know whenever I ask you to do it, you go do it. It's because I need this change. That's the truth. But
That's
that's
crazy.
all
Ooh,
I'm
this
saying is when you get to a certain level of it, and I threw out an extreme number to prove a point, but that
yeah.
number is different for everybody else. That
Everybody in
person that
that
I
house
talked
saw.
to, that person told me flat out, he's like, bro, if they fire me, I'm not gonna get a job for 2 years. I said, what? He said,
You,
I'm gonna travel. He said, I'm gonna travel the country. I'm gonna enjoy myself. I got my passport back. I'm gonna do this and that. My student loans. He ain't got no kids. He just
oh
we are at
man.
the we
Yeah,
were at
yeah,
the
he's yeah, yeah,
same
yeah. He's
level.
that's a
Hey,
different breed then. Yeah, that's a
he a
different
pimp.
breed.
He a pimp.
We
Yeah.
working
You know what?
we working the same
Yeah.
job, but we not living the same life.
Y'all ain't
And
right. You're not living
all
the
And I
same
don't
life.
want, I'm
He
not
got
saying that I want his
responsibility.
life, but I'm saying the way
Right.
he handles things at work, had handled things back in the day was, if something wasn't right and he didn't want to deal with it, he just didn't deal with it.
I, I,
You
I,
can't make,
I,
I don't
there's
believe he
nothing
was
you can
like that the
do
whole
that
time.
can come,
I can't believe he was like that the whole time.
duh. But he's
He
made
had to
those,
build
he's made
himself,
those
right? He
moves to
built
get
himself
there.
to get there, right?
so back to the original question, creating a backup plan, and I think for us three right now, this is one of the aspect of us taking what we consider to be our free time to try to have a backup plan with the little amount of time that we have. Like I count
Ain't no
down
time
hours.
free.
So right now, as this is to be considered our backup plan, because one day we hope and we pray that that this reaches the ears and the people that want to hear it, see it, believe in it, buy into it, and eventually grow it to the point where we can have the backup plan where it allows us to have the time to do something that I think that we care about and love. This is something that I believe that all of us on this on in this screen right now, we appreciate because I think it gives us a time to express ourselves in different ways than we do at our job, or have free conversation without feeling like I'm gonna lose the check because I don't bow down. And it's also one of the ways of self-employment. You know what I'm saying? It takes work, but it's self-employment. Ryan Clark at that time was employed. His time was given to them, and his belief took away his time slot. So, but he also had a backup plan by the greatest term that he could use now was the pivot. He pivot back to his
Give it
podcast
back to
with
myself.
pivot back to his podcast where he got his people at. So, we have seen it with Shannon Sharp when people was doubting him, when
Gilbert
he was
Arenas.
Gilbert
Your show's
Arenas,
about to come
Gilbert's
back.
listening to it. Yeah.
It's
Gil,
coming back.
with people that you thought, like, think about people that he thought he had love for, like Rashad Lewis, Kenyon Martin, but people he had his loyalty fan base is still there. And then you can see that's a great example of having a personality that moved the needle. You took that personality away, and that show kind of started going down to where underdog became the underdog, where they had to fire everybody. Everybody
Hmm.
must go. And then it happened with think about when it happened with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bailey. Shannon got let go. They thought they could bring Keyshawn Johnson and everybody else on there to Richard
You
Sherman
tried it.
tried it.
You
That
tried it.
show went. But now you see that Shannon, his pivot, his backup plan, Shay Shay, you know, nightclub. So it's good to have a backup plan. If the original question is having a backup plan, yeah, you got to kind of have a backup plan for yourself. Whether you believe in a 401k plan, savings, anything, yes, you should also have a backup plan.
Are
So
you
I
allowed to
yeah,
be yourself?
hell
Your
no,
job's allowed. You
hell
waiting on that
no,
We
one.
don't have to elaborate on that.
hell
We don't
no,
have to. That's a quick one.
hell
No.
no,
No.
hell
Next
no,
question.
no. Move
Next
on,
I
question.
can't move on. Hey,
move
oh, wait a
on,
minute now. We can't move on
move
from
on,
that.
That was quick. We
Are you
all
allowed?
agreed.
Hey,
move on.
No.
okay. Hey,
No.
okay, so that was quick. Everybody
Wait.
say,
Hold. Stop. No. Stop. If you want to talk about it, we'll talk about it.
well, it was brought to my attention by subscribers. They wanted me to ask that question. Are you allowed to be yourself? And I thought maybe one of
No.
us can have that.
Go for it. And I
All
got your
right.
back. I'm right
Okay.
behind you.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. All right. So everybody's saying no right now. Would you
Why?
leave a company that treated you well? I mean, would you leave a company that treated you well if another company offered you twice the money?
Yes.
Mm,
I would.
I can say no
I
because
would
I've
talk.
actually
I
I've
would
actually
talk.
done it before.
I would talk to
I've
my
actually done
company
it before.
to see what they could do
I,
to
I,
to
I,
better my
I, I,
circumstance,
I would
especially
try
if they
to.
treated me well. But if they
Money,
disrespected me, like I gotta talk to you. Like,
right.
this is
That's
why
what I
we
was going to
here.
tell you. Money
Yeah.
This
is
is why we
not
here.
everything to me. I mean, I
I'll come talk
know
to you.
that sound
I'll come talk to you.
bad, but when I first started, I can tell you, I can prove it happened to me when I first started with the
My brother, you
company I
said
work for.
double. You said double.
At that time, I got offered
I'm telling
double
you.
what I was making.
So
And
that means whatever
let me tell you
income you're
something.
bringing into your household right now,
Let me tell
you're
you.
gonna
I'm finna
get
tell you the story.
two
Let me tell you the
times that.
story.
You
Let me
just
tell you the
became
story.
you just became
I'm about
another
to tell
human.
you the
You
story. Let
cloned
me tell you the
yourself.
story. I'm finna tell you.
That's Stranger
My
Things right
boss,
there.
my
I'm
boss that
listening.
first hired me couldn't
Hmm.
afford to pay me the money that another person offered me.
Did they take care
It,
of you to what you were saying, what you
he took
felt
care.
was acceptable?
He couldn't
He
offer
couldn't
me the
do
money.
this,
He
but I
couldn't
can
do it.
do
But
this,
he
right?
did other things. He made,
Okay,
I'm be
okay,
honest with you,
okay.
had a
So then there
credit
you go.
card for me. He let me use the
There
credit
you go.
card if I need to use it, do stuff
There
like
you
that.
go.
But
That
this other
again,
company,
you got
listen
to
to me
dictate the
now.
value of your time.
Right, but listen to me. This other company offered me double. When I say it's
Hmm.
double, offered me double. Had me go out there and run a route one time for them. The
Hmm.
problem was that day I went out and ran a route. it's supposed to be predicted 60 stops, and only
Okay.
25 came in. So I went out and ran it. Now, me being me, I wasn't gonna hold you to what you said you would pay me because
Right.
it wasn't really worth it. So I was gonna come down on the bid. But when that person, I went and said, hey, what about that day I ran? This person pulled his checkbook out and wrote the check and threw it to me.
Do it.
Through it,
I
Yeah,
like
know.
it
he threw
actually
the check. He
float in
actually,
the air.
yeah, he threw the check.
I ain't no dog.
Okay,
I'll go
well,
play
no.
fetch.
So
I'm
right,
a,
but here it is. But see, money is that's why I
You
say
keep that
money is
money.
not
All money ain't
everything.
good money. All
All
money ain't
money
good
is
money.
not good money.
money
If
not
I
good
would
money.
have if I would have bid for that money, I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today. I probably would have
Good.
been gone. Because I had an
That's
option.
different because
He
that's a
tried so
telltale
many
sign that you
times.
being disrespected. You threw
Right.
something
But
at
he
me?
didn't show it. He at the first hey, you gotta think about it. I wouldn't have seen that disrespect if I just would have bid. Hey man, I can pay you this if you come work for me and this. I can give you this, I can give you that. Because that money
Absolutely.
it was a whole lot more money than I was making right then. And I'm like,
Yeah,
nah, I'm good
double.
where I'm at. I'm good,
Double.
I'm good where I'm at.
It's
He threw
And
it to you?
through the
he
check.
threw the
I
check.
swear to
So
God.
no.
On everything.
So
He wrote that check and he threw it. It wasn't, here you go.
thank you for your
Mm-mm.
service.
Right. He just threw it and walked out the room.
Damn, he treated you like a high class
Right.
304.
So
Hey, here you
from
go.
that,
Here's
money
the
has
difference in that
never been
situation. If
right.
for some reason you took that money, you absolutely need to have a backup plan. Like you need to the only way that you would my mind worked crazy. Only way you would even consider that money when somebody shows you that type of disrespect is that in your mind you're like, there was a pivot coming in my life that was gonna take me a year to achieve. If I could deal with this for 4.5 months,
Mm.
I'm done and I'll make the pivot early and I'm
You
gone.
know,
I'm gonna use you don't have no respect for me, so I'm gonna use you to get to where I was gonna get in
but
half the time. And I'm out.
that's a
Okay, number 6. We're gonna start. Can a company be loyal if that started over.
Yes, sir.
Question number 6. Can a company be loyal to you if you have to protect the business first?
No.
no.
They're gonna do what's in the business's best interest every time.
Um, I believe when it comes down to them, it's all about self preservation with them. You know what I'm saying? That's why when it comes down to their shareholders, when it comes down to stocks, bonds, whatever it is to protect the company, and if it
Budget
mean
cuts.
when it comes down to getting rid of you, we got to look at it as we're just digital paper numbers that's just in process. And once that number does not meet the qualifications, they cut that number off the books, and you're removed from their cycle. So no, we're just numbers to them. We're just things that they pay for to use. We ain't no better than we're no better than a lawnmower, a car, or anything else. Because once that expense come up, it's not needed no more. Cut it. So no, they're never.
Mm.
And I have never seen in any situation that the employee is bigger than the brand. Not yet. Not yet.
Uh,
And I mean at any level. No actor,
Well,
no NFL player, no basketball
do you
player.
know how much money Kyrie and Nike parted ways
Lo-
about? And Kyrie's still making money.
right.
Your Nike didn't want to get that up.
It's
Look
only
at
one
John
person.
Morant.
You know one person, one job that probably that that is only one job that you have full immunity where the company's going to protect him, and that's the president of the United States.
President. President.
That's the only thing I can think of is the president. They will
mm.
And
protect that at
Elon.
all costs.
And Elon.
And
Elon, think Elon gonna
Elon
be a
got
part
that
of that?
bread, boy. Elon got
hey,
that bread, boy.
money moves. So, but
Money
that's the only thing.
moves.
That's the only job that I could see that the company, and that's the United States, protects him at all costs.
So do you
That's
think
And
that
it's
got a
and
do you think that got a part something to do with difficult leadership decisions?
To an
Mm,
extent, just to an extent. You have to consider all things.
you got to consider all things.
Everything's not a damn conspiracy to to overthrow the world. Some shit is like, man, that motherfucker was tripping and we had to stop that shit. Some of it is on some other bullshit, but some of it is just make a difficult decision had to happen. In the best interest of the company, which in this case would be us in the United States. Because we here. We
So
can't not be in here and so yeah.
that goes
So
back to Ryan Clark. Difficult leaderships decisions had to be made. Do you think
no,
To
that's
don't
no,
make it
what
no,
happened?
wrong.
no. That I don't think that was a
Those aren't the
that
same.
was
Why did they have to
the
make those decisions? You made those
no.
decisions because you disagree with him having a
You
platform, and that's
Allegedly,
your
now
right to
you got
do
to
that.
remember
no
that's allegedly.
Allegedly,
no
allegedly,
no
Allegedly, you
no
can't
allegedly.
say that's
no
what it is.
no. What it
Ryan
was
Clark got
no.
fired for the same reason Jalen Brown got traded after winning a championship and a Finals MVP. He was a little
It,
too much to be palatable where he was at.
well,
The
well,
home of ESPN and the home of the Boston Celtics are not very far from each other. Not
so
very far at all. There is a certain palette in that portion of the country. There's a different palette,
well, so when it came down to
and they're not
Ryan Clark,
palatable.
when
Yeah,
it came down to Ryan Clark, it wasn't. He said it. Somebody didn't like him, and they were just
pure
going
simple.
against a higher up.
Allegedly.
No, not
No, no,
allegedly.
no, no. You have to. Yeah, allegedly.
I would say allegedly, and it's hard to say allegedly because this is what he came out and said himself. This is what, in his words, in his meeting, because he did a podcast on Friday on the Pivot, and he kind of broke down. Which the breakdown part hurted me because it showed that they kind of broke him in a sense because he loved this job so much and what he meant for the community, and people used to come up to congratulate him, but to have people in positions could get rid of you because I just don't like you. It didn't have nothing to do with the brand, I thought, because the brand was building. He was winning Emmys. He was winning. It's like your show is up for the award and you grabbed the award. So you actually winning. So your brand was gaining. So he wasn't hurting the brand. I just
It
didn't
wasn't the
like
type.
you.
It wasn't the games that I want. I don't
It,
want those games.
it wasn't a game for the
For
right people that I
the people, the
wanted.
right people, I don't want those games. I
Right.
don't want them
So
that way.
I
What
don't
was
want
the
them.
thing?
I don't want them
Allegedly,
people.
I didn't make my clothes for those people. I didn't know that they were going to wear my clothes. Or else I wouldn't have. If
Right.
I didn't know that you were going to wear my clothes, I
Allegedly.
wasn't going to make those clothes.
We all
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
know
you
who
know.
that was.
There's no reason to go in there and say what's understood don't have to be explained. What's
Right.
understood don't have to be explained. Allegedly.
Right.
So
Allegedly.
yeah.
But then one of the biggest superstars put him on the map at that time. Had everything that allegedly he didn't want certain people
Hey,
wearing.
we keep on. We
Well,
did that, and we
we
got
did
past
that.
that.
We move on. Move on.
We move on
Hey,
next.
Move
hey,
on
You
up.
ain't speaking
hey,
your
man, we
name. You
hey
get
look,
no
hey,
publicity. You
this
get
right here.
zero.
Hey, yeah, we not gonna say the name, but we all had it now. I know I had a lot of it, but it
I
is
don't know
what
what
it
you're
is.
talking about.
I don't know what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
Do we take our jobs for granted until they're gone?
I, yes and no for me. Having somewhere that you're familiar with, you're stable with, you're comfortable with, and then when it's gone, it's the selling yourself again to a new person. And then you realize like, dag, it wasn't that bad. Unless you go to somewhere that's better. But you realize that the benefits that that one company had for you, it wasn't that bad. It was just that the situation felt the way it felt. You know what I'm saying? So you could be looking at, because you become in a struggle. If you don't have a year worth of salary in your account, that means if everything
I was
go
just
wrong,
about to say that.
if everything go wrong, you could survive for a year. If you don't have that, yeah, it becomes very uncomfortable.
Let me ask
So
y'all this question right here. The piggyback off what you're saying. How much of the world percentage wise, you think is living from paycheck to paycheck?
90
More than you
percent
We
expect.
was,
More than you think.
I,
90%.
my mind
More
was
than
in
you
the high
expect.
90s, man.
90%.
More than you
About
expect.
90%.
Well, and I said the
If you
world.
include
You
if you
gotta realize when I
include
said the
if you
world.
include loans and floating credit cards and all that shit, it's like, nah, I ain't living check to check. I'm living off these $10,000 worth of credit cards I got.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
okay, okay, no,
I
you're
say
not.
I,
You're right. You
I say 90% of the world is living check to check. They're all
So he
searching for
says
something.
only 10% out there. But and the vision that's pointing that's going through my mind right now, everything that we see on TV, the lifestyle, the people that got the cars, the fame, we're just saying it's only 10%
Yeah,
of those
yeah,
people.
yeah. Because you can see that same.
Mm,
Imagine this.
that's something.
No, hold on. I'm gonna name a couple people. Mike Tyson, greatest boxer, one of the greatest boxers ever lived, was filed for bankruptcy. You seen rappers, MC Hammer. You seen stars. You seen a lot of like who was Charlie Sheen. You'll just see these stars have it all. Next to me, they filed for bankruptcy. They're looking for. They in jail for tax evasions. They don't have it, and they didn't have the richest of the richest lifestyle. And then you see them back on the streets, seeing them. They had one. What was her name? She was on 90210 to the point, but her family had money, and then they start. They try to get the social media buzz up about it. You remember at one point they had the dude from the Cosby Show. He was in the grocery store working, and they try to make fun of him.
Tyler Perry gave him a job.
Yes, but you got to think
Yeah.
about, yeah. But it was what Vanessa was it Vanessa husband?
No, Vanessa husband's
I'm
Ron
talking
off
about I'm talking about the
off
Cosby.
right,
What
but
was it?
you
Who?
know, you talking about the daughter, the oldest daughter,
Oh, the
her
daughter.
husband.
That was her husband.
That was her husband. Yeah,
Yeah, and on the show we talk about, but
yeah.
he was on the Cosby Show. Why he's not getting the residual checks from that? Where at a point in time when people would try to belittle him, he was back in groceries again. So I say 10% because you don't know what happens with money management. And you got to think about it's a lot of people who are out here are being vultures. They know how to scam you out of money Mayweather. Wow.
Mm.
So scamming
Allegedly,
you,
he's supposed to be about broke.
allegedly.
And we got to
there's
say
no
allegedly.
way. 'Cause he got a shitload of cars.
Cars
Yeah,
appreciate. It
yeah.
depends. But
Yeah, but
you hold
damn.
on. But you it's investments. Things you think everybody want to make more. When
Man,
you
if I
start
got a Bugatti, you talking about broke? There's no way, man. If I got a Bugatti
bro,
outside, bro, somebody gonna give me $500,000 for this
but
$10
it's
million car.
you got to think
Yeah,
about
I'm
like
that's
not
this.
broke.
mm,
Hold on. You got to think about it like this though. Do my expenses outweigh what I got income? So what
We
happens
gonna hit a
is what I'm
reset
saying.
button.
No. So say that if I know you broke, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna give you the exact money you want for the car. I'm gonna underbid you because I know you need the money. That's how people get you. It's like going to a pawn shop. The ring could be worth more than what you want to offer me, but I need the money. Well, I'll give you this for it because
I
you need the
praise God
money.
that is not my life no more. I hated that
So,
shit, bro.
so you got to look at it like that.
Hey,
So you got to.
yeah.
It's a barter system. So at that point in time, I'm gonna give you what I want to give you for it because guess what? I know you need the money. People like, and then you got to think about it like the government. We look at it like they don't. Sometimes they don't pay their taxes. The government is
Yeah.
coming for their money. Wesley Snipes. A lot of people end up on that list where I didn't know my man that took the check and my financial advisor didn't pay it. And next thing you know, they still got to get that money, selling their royalties, things like that. So a lot of times the situation does not pan out.
man.
So
So do you
10%,
think if we got
10%.
check, yeah, 10% paycheck to paycheck, how much percent we think actually got emergency savings?
Hmm.
Hell, you got even with the 10%. Are they even putting up emergency savings?
No, they got enough. They got that 10% got enough to go around the world. They could actually pay the world that 10%, and that
Mm.
10% is they don't even look at money the same. Matter of fact, they
So
set
the
the
90%,
standard for
we already know the question for them. The emergency savings just ain't there. Because
it,
hell, they checked the
it's
check already.
man,
There's
man.
people that have enough money on this earth to raise everybody, everybody's income by a substantial amount. I'm not talking about like a little. I'm talking about like if they just woke up and said, "Man, you know what?
I'm donating.
Everybody in America gets $200,000 tomorrow. Just submit your banking, submit your route number, and it's on the way."
Mm.
And it
Salute.
wouldn't even affect their money at all. Their
But it'll
lifestyle would
affect
not
you. You
change.
don't know how it'll
Their,
affect
their
you.
their lifestyle would not change. Their business would not change. Nothing about anything in their day to day life would even fluctuate a minute
So what's
speck.
been going on
But they
since day
looking at you
one?
like,
What's been going on since day one will happen again if that was to even happen. If they was to give everybody $200,000, the richest
yep,
people $200,000 in the world, just give everybody
yep,
200,000. Well, you
yep.
wouldn't have it within a week because guess what?
So a lot
Prices
of
on
us would race to give it
everything,
right back.
yeah, prices on everything gonna go up where that 200,000 ain't worth you no more. You can't. It ain't
That
gonna do nothing for you.
that's the reason why
That's what's going
price
on right
price
now. It ain't 200,000 we're talking about giving somebody. It's talking about every little bit of money that they're giving you. This little bit cost going up this much. You
you
get
got
this
Mhm.
you.
little bit here and costs go up this much.
That's why when it comes down to certain things, and I know that this is not a financial advisory show, but it's one of those things is looking into Fidelity, look into these 401k plans where try to have your money work for you could have a little bit of something. Even when it comes to life insurance, you'll be able to borrow from if you have life insurance policies and things like that. So it's ways that people can, but it's just the one thing about good about investing in money is it comes out of your gross. It don't come out. So whatever taxes going, it come out before taxes because taxes only allowed to like take 1/3. So if you give that first, taxes can't take no more. So you should try to balance out the equation just a little bit. But it's hard though because once you see that money go, you like, yeah, but I can't touch it. I can look at it. I can't touch it, but I can look at it, and it's just money that you just got sitting. Like I don't think most people believe in retirement today.
They don't think they're gonna make it.
The age limit goes up too.
Yeah.
And they want to kill you off before you get to retirement because the government don't want to pay for you no more. I believe no, I won't say it, but I think that certain things go on where you have a reset button on elderly people every so often. Start over. Explosive
Yeah.
lettuce.
Mm. That's something else.
Explosive lettuce.
Last question we're gonna get to, guys. If Ryan Clark lands somewhere even bigger, what's really his setback? Or is it a setup for something greater? What do you think about that? Katie, I'm gonna start with you on that.
He's fantastic at what he does, regardless of his actual views or what he thinks about. If you just go to the core, he does a great job at what he does. So he's gonna land on his feet, running full speed, because he's really good at what he does. I have places I wish he would go. I don't think they're gonna do it, but I'd love for it to happen. I'd love for him to join one of my shows, favorite shows that I watch. But he's gonna be great. He's gonna be great. So this is gonna be a small setback for a major comeback. I don't think he's gonna feel
Mm.
it.
What do you think, Ant?
I'm on a I kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum on that. Only because to the world, ESPN is the biggest.
Hmm.
What do you compare it to? What is in their realm as we could speak as a sports network? Who is standing next to them?
Next to them, nobody.
Nobody. So
You,
but
You
his
got
pivot.
Shannon and Cam. They doing pretty
No, no,
good. You
no.
don't
We
think?
talking about ESPN.
Well, yeah, we know it's
No, no.
ESPN, but
eh,
without
eh,
ESPN,
he already
Here's
got
the beauty of it.
he
Here's the
already got
beauty
his
of it. Think
backup
about
plan.
this though. Think about this
He already
though.
got his
Think
back.
about
He
this.
got the pivot. The pivot is his
Think about
backup.
this.
He
Yeah.
already on
Well, not
there.
even that. Not even that. Think about this. Think about this. This is the professional wrestling effect. I'm a wrestling fan.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when Razor Ramon and Diesel
Went
was
to
like,
WCW.
man, they're not paying us over here.
Uh,
We're not wrestling for WWE no more. We headed over
going
here
to
to
W.
WCW. It turned everything because you can't take the ESPN away from me. You can't. I was already there. You can't take that from me. I'm
Mm-hmm.
that. I am of that tier. So when I come here, I am I am a big boat in your let's just say Fox. When he signs to Fox Sports and ends up on one of the shows that almost was right there trying to win those Emmys and those awards, right there in the same running. And only 2 or 3 shows get nominated, and we right there with you in this for recognition. We're not with you in size, but for recognition of quality, we close. And I'm of that level. Yeah, it's that to me, that's how it's that professional wrestler jump into another company like I'm
I
still
I look at
that.
I see that point. I think he's just going to do. It's just at being at peace and invested itself. I think it's going to be more of the pivot. And
Same thing. Even if he does
I
it to
would,
himself, yeah.
if,
He can be the other company.
what I would like to see is them guys start up their own network, a sports
Okay.
show. I would like to see
mm,
the
I was about to say
Shannons
that.
and the Ryan
Yeah.
Clarks to have a
And Gilbert
daytime yeah, on different segment where they have a daytime talk
running
show
day all day.
all day, and they open up that lane and make that conglomerate where all right, we got because he got kicked from Fox, he got kicked from
that,
ESPN,
that'll never happen.
he got kicked from CBS.
That'll never happen.
But one thing that you know that is happening is your talent follows you. He started
Yeah,
Nightcap,
I agree that.
100,000, 2 million now. You brought on Joe now, so you got 3 personalities. That's
Mhm.
Nightcap. State Stacey Club Shay he got promotion.
But
What you
he
really
don't
need is this.
have Disney and ESPN
What he does
promotion.
have, what he does
But you can
have,
move outside of that.
you
That whale
have
ain't the
this
whole
thing.
ocean.
You have this thing called the internet, and it's
Yeah.
unlimited. And
That
what
whale
people
ain't the
do,
whole ocean.
what people
But
do is they buy advertisement, and what advertisement gets you is people want you to sell their brand. So when we had them commercials eventually put on our show, or we have a break in the podcast where they put in a commercial in between our segments, that's somebody believing in our product.
but
Somebody gonna believe in that
we
product.
all done seen allegedly. Like I like using that word because I don't want to say it's facts or it's fiction. But when someone of that our color, I'm just gonna be keep it out there,
Yeah,
blunt.
go
Our color.
go ahead.
When they go to reach for that goal that's that high, it's been proven allegedly, but
You
I
talking
say it's
about
been
you talking
proven.
about you talking about Bill Cosby
Everyone who reached for
No.
that level, something
when
comes
when
back on them.
when he tried to buy
I mean,
ABC? Was it ABC or
you got
NBC?
Bill
NBC.
Cosby,
NBC.
you got P Diddy. Who
Whoa.
else? Yeah. Diddy was reaching for that.
How did we
I'm just saying. No, we just
yo,
I ain't want to pivot.
what the
I
fuck?
but this is
I ain't want to pivot to the
hey,
baby oil, but hey, I'm moving
hey,
on.
How
but
we get this
we're not
far?
talking about the baby oil.
No,
I'm just
these
saying
ain't connected. And this don't
we're
connect. That's
talking
not the same. It's not the
we're
same.
talking about
It's not the same.
how it's not the same. Y'all saying they
It
can
has
be
nothing to
bigger
do with
than
this has nothing
they
to do
can
with
be
Ryan
bigger than
Clark.
that
This
network.
has nothing to do with Ryan Clark. This has nothing to do with Ryan Clark.
What we
This is too
saying
No.
far.
it's not
This is
Ryan
a
Clark.
bridge too far. This is a bridge too far. It's
It's
a
the same.
bridge too. It's a
But
bridge
we
too far.
saying what we said we they connect together. I just don't see it being. I
It's
mean,
a
what
bridge too
Tyler Perry
far.
and Oprah have to get involved if
It's
that's gonna happen.
it's a bridge too far.
You can't jump it. Even the stunt doubles can't make this leap. Turn
Hey,
around. Turn
all
around.
right, man. What's the
Put it in
biggest
reverse,
lesson?
Terry.
Okay,
Hey,
so
Put
put
it
it
what's
in
the
in reverse.
biggest?
reverse.
Check this out. What's the biggest lesson should people learn from this situation? That's gonna be it. What do you think people
You,
should learn?
you shoot first. I want you to shoot first. What you thinking?
Be yourself.
Mm,
You
Mm.
know, be yourself.
yeah.
If you're good at what you're doing, it will show. And these people might not like it, but somebody else will see it. If you're not feeling like you're doing something to degrade yourself, make yourself look, this ain't me. I got to put on this suit for you to see who I am. But when I'm off air, I'm this person. Because you got a lot of people that's out there that do that. On air, hell, you got kids that look up to basketball players, celebrities, because they're on TV, but hell, you see the personality off the camera. That ain't the person that you see on that film. You see out there on that field. You see out there on that court. So be yourself. If you this person on TV, if you this person when I meet you, be that person off the clock and on the clock. Show you true colors. Because it's gonna shine anyway. That's how I feel. It's gonna show. It's gonna you gonna show your true colors one way or the other. It always comes. What happens in the dark come out in the light. So, what do you think about it?
Great presentation. Yeah, be yourself. But authenticity is always a valuable tool. Finding that next niche for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Having the fortitude to believe in what you build. You know what I'm saying? What you could take from this is that everybody not gonna believe in your talents, your dreams, and if you even have your dream job, when you work for somebody else, it can always be snatched away. Because in his situation, he had his dream job. He got emotional because that's what he loved. He loved talking football. He loved getting up in the morning, working on the show, working on the things, but that was naturally him. But when you also have your own being in that realm of being who you are and standing 10 toes in it, I don't think you can be moved.
Be who you are.
And so they can't take that away from him. Even though they took the job away from him, they didn't take what he was. You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I like
They
how
can't.
Katie be looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, well, everybody know that. They used to, your name. They used to call you Clark.
Crazy.
Joe Clark.
Crazy
Joe
Joe.
Clark. Hey, get him up.
Yeah.
He didn't put
Well,
chains on the door.
hey, what you got, Katie? What do you think about the question?
Invest in yourself.
Mm.
Because
They
you
all
can't
say the
fire
same
you.
thing.
You can't
Ooh.
fire you.
You can.
You can. That's
You
on you though.
can.
I ain't
Yeah.
firing me. I'm my best
Right.
employee.
You
Hey,
you can fire the bad part of you
hey,
I'm my
listen.
best. I can
and
get
hire the
better.
best
Yeah.
part of you.
What I
Yeah.
want to say is
Think
that
about it now.
working, the hardest thing is working things out in your mind.
Yeah.
The hardest wars and battle is the ones you play inside your head. I think the mental games that you have to go through, the obstacle courses that you got to feel every day, they starts off in your head and how to move and navigate through them after the firing. I don't know about y'all, but I resigned from a job that I'm looking like, I saw myself doing. But my willing to stand on business, I had to resign, let them go because they was really pushing the envelope on just stalling me out because they knew that the check lifestyle was gonna drain me. So I had to resign and let them go, and I moved on to a company. But right now, I got one question for y'all real quick, and I hope to wrap it up soon. What do you do when you work for a company and top management change, but you kind of like doing what you do, but the management change and you don't see a good outcome? Do you move on from it, or do you come? My favorite word is complacency. where you stay in a position just because you know how to do it. You stay complacent. It's like routine. It's easy to do.
Well, I
What do
can
you
answer
do?
that. I can answer that because I experienced that not too long ago. You keep doing you.
Mm,
If you're good at
okay.
what you're doing, you keep doing you because the outcome gonna be the outcome.
Mm,
Either they gonna say they need you or they don't need you. But as
mm,
long as you're doing you and you know you're doing the right thing to keep the job doing everything you're doing, the job is asking you to do.
mm.
Now, that's what we talked about earlier, that plan B. That's why we all say you might need to be looking for a plan B. But as long as you're doing what you're supposed to do, the outcome gonna always favor in your come. Even if it means they let you go and you find something else better. That's how I look at it.
Moving on up. I'm gonna
Man,
play Lotto today.
this conversation on some real shit, on some realness. If you really understand some of the weight of some of the things that we discussed today, this conversation should make you want to change major elements in your own personal life and reflect on things. Like me personally, I'm not even saying that out like towards. I want everybody to hear, it, but like even myself, it hit me while we're having this conversation. Like your health and your well being, like literally investing into the business of yourself,
Mm,
being the best 1000% representation of what you're not just what you're putting forth to the world, but what you are to put something forth to the world. Like this conversation hit kind of hard today, as a couple of them that we have done. But yeah, it's definitely
eye
make you
opener.
think about the things in your life that are preventing you from being in situations that where you can have fu money, and you
Ooh,
thinking about them while you're in real time having this conversation. Because I'm not lying, we're having a
right.
real conversation, and then it
Absolutely.
hits you, and you're like, damn.
I ain't got FU money.
I could be doing some things differently. I could be
Mm.
self-evaluating some things better. I could be putting a better foot forward. I could be sharpening my sword. I could be more. And for those of us watching that know you can be more, I feel like I can be more. When you're not
Absolutely.
more, you feel like, damn, well,
Boy.
why ain't I more?
Mm, boy, you
Just the
about
things
to.
that I'm in control of, like not
Dang.
not not the things that other people got. Because that's too much. I love doing my job to the best of my ability, but that's still too much faith in somebody else that they're gonna be honorable. When I can just
Mm,
honor myself
ooh,
and know that I'm gonna make it through. If I make
that's
myself the absolute best version of me, I'm not trying to speak on some wild shit. I'm speaking on some like an epiphany can hit me across the head type. We really this
yeah.
is he was able to pivot. He got the best. He putting out the best version of him. His pivot game is strong.
Right.
He gonna be all right. But in
That's
having this
great.
conversation, what about you?
What
We
about
talked
you?
about retirement. We talked about 401ks and in your own mind, like, well, damn, you start running down the checklist and you're like, well, what's gonna happen to me when I'm 65? You hope your
Mm,
kid's gonna be a superstar? You
mm,
think they LeBron? You,
Mm.
you think you
Mm.
got that? You gonna put them through school? Are you willing to pour enough into your? Where you gonna invest? You willing to pour enough into your kids to make sure you gonna Joe Jackson them to it? You gonna be
right.
rich.
You gonna be rich.
You
You gonna
gonna
be
I
famous.
don't know what you gonna be, but you gonna be rich,
Mm.
Yeah,
or you gonna
that's
pour it into yourself. I
it's like
applaud y'all for getting up this morning and pouring into yourselves. This time ain't free. But we out
man.
here doing this. We trying to, as we are learning these things, navigating life, we're trying to share it with other people too, because it's real. I'm learning
Whether
it
we're
on
yeah,
scene.
whether we agree with Ryan Clark or ESPN, one thing is clear: no job is promised forever. We need to
That's it.
work hard, be loyal, but don't forget to invest in yourself. Exactly what you were just saying. Because the
Flip
Man in the
that.
greatest
mirror.
security isn't the
Flip
company you
that.
work for, it's the value you continue to build in yourself.
I always say
Flip
this.
that.
My main thing is that man in the mirror. Once you start having those real conversations, I put a thing up where it hit me. looking at myself and being a man in the mirror, being a man I want to be, being a man I'm supposed to be. Walk that walk, talk that talk, and do the things I say I'm gonna do. The man in the mirror is the one of the hardest fights you're gonna have in your life when you got to look in yourself and look in your own eyes and realize every morning I got to fight with you. Let's get up and get active. Let's get up and get it doing. Man in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's all I got for the week.
All right, so with closing remarks, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start with myself because I
You
don't
did
know.
last time. You did last time. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, once
I
again,
didn't say I wasn't
I'm
ready.
working on. Yeah. I got you, Katie. I'm gonna put you here. BMBT Productions. Got to go and drop my first episode this following week of Big Man House. I want to give a shout out to KD. Uh, Showed me a couple things I could be using, some material. So I'm new at this, but I promise you, if you don't watch the episode, my episode is going to get better. The visual is going to be more clear. And this is something I am investing in myself to put out there. I believe in. So follow me on that. I'm putting out motivation quotes. I'm kind of touchy on that right there because I don't want to, stuff. But I'm me
Joe
right now.
Jackson.
Right now,
Joe
yeah.
Jackson. You about to have Joe Jackson.
Yeah,
Don't lie. You about
but
to have Joe
being
Jackson.
honest with you,
I'll be in North Carolina
I'm
soon.
I'm putting my feet in all the oceans that's out there. I'm not gonna leave not one stone unturned because
Well,
when
you
you
gonna
wake
leave
up in
one,
the
man.
morning,
The
if you wake
headstone.
up in the morning, that could be your last morning. So I'm just telling
I
you,
respect that.
invest
Absolutely.
in everything that you're doing because you never know when your last moment gonna be, and you don't want to sit back and say, "Man," and we all done it. We're getting old. Where we're saying, "Man, if I would have did this a little bit sooner, sooner
Mm.
can be now." That's what you should be doing it now. So have high expectations of yourself. What about you, Ant? What you got going on?
I got a couple things going on. A couple things, life is lifing. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing that I got going on. One thing is the creation of like I say, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, Tekken, wrapped up into the martial art world of combat. One man goes through with his partner. Two is just having. I got this new little thing I'm doing where having relationship kind of like animation talks. Where the
Mm.
one I dropped my first one yesterday, where the fact that knowing what you're gonna eat for dinner should not be a chore. Should not be a list of what you go through on how to pick food.
Mm.
So just situational things, and you always know that just working out and having them when I see something, I experience something, I do something. So my mind triggers into having words of endurance, encouragement, um, motivation, and whatever way I can help somebody else out, I try my best to. You know what I'm saying? And being loyal to the soil and try not to be loyal to a fault. That's my things that I got to work on. Being loyal to those who are deserving of me being loyal to, but not being loyal to a fault to be used in situations. And I may be going out of town soon, so that's what I got going on.
All right. And down to the man with the plan, KD, the old head gamer. I know you better be dropping some jewels on some games coming out. What you got going on?
um, Getting ready for 2K27.
I knew
That's
that
coming
joke.
pretty soon, obviously. Otherwise, pretty much until 2K27, pretty much working on say doing some more some baby face type shit. See, I'm producing and helping with other projects more than
Yep.
working on my own personal
Yeah.
project.
Yeah.
I don't have any projects. I'm working on projects, helping bring things to
Yeah.
life, and
He
I
he's
enjoy
he's
it.
a he's a
I enjoy it.
producer. He's a producer on relationships,
I'm just
conversation. And he's a
enjoying putting things
producer
together.
in the fight. He's the producer in fight. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet.
Well,
Into
he's
the Black
working on some
Dragon.
stuff.
Yeah, so he the producer of
Working
Into
on
the
some
Black
stuff.
Dragon. So he's a
Working
producer.
on some stuff.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, another great show today, y'all. Triple R's, real recognized real, but also real people, real conversation, real talk. That's what we all about. The puzzle in the background represent three different guys that got three different ways they think. The puzzle don't
Right.
fit in certain places, but when we come together, we connect. That's what that
That's right.
puzzle piece about. This is Triple R's. I'm signing out. Big Man Be Thinking, aka BMBT, aka them thoughts be processing, baby. We'll talk to y'all later.
He's slow, y'all. Just don't worry about
Right.
it.